Working efficiently with multiple windows and tabs open is a vital skill needed by anybody who's wanting to harness the potential of their computer. So often people claim that they're not very good when it comes to using their computer, and yet what is holding them back is just a few simple skills like the ones shown in this tutorial. The demonstration in this video is based around a real scenario, working through a Moodle tutorial on the Staff Learning portal, and specifically it will demonstrate pausing your way through a video which shows a Moodle skill, while at the same time practicing that skill by developing a course in your own course, Moodle. Of course, the trick is to do all of this without getting lost amongst all of your open tabs and windows. Alright, so let's have a look at what we've set up here. Well, first of all, there's a whole lot of programs open. I've got two Explorer windows. I've got my website. This is recording my screen here. We've got an Excel spreadsheet, we've got a Word document, and there's Outlook. So there's our task pane down the bottom. Everyone's familiar with that. Now let's look at how to use tabs. But before we look at using tabs to help us use the staff portal, let's just look at using them generally. First of all, let's open Internet Explorer. Let's say we're beginning a search on 21st century education. Now let's say we want to open a range of these articles so that we can have a quick look. If we click on this link, for example, what happens is that this Google page turns into this particular article. And that's a very inefficient way of working through web pages. So if we go back to the Google page, another option that we have is to open that page in a tab. We can right click and choose Open a New Tab. And so what happens is that page will open in a tab next to the original tab. Sometimes you might want to open a whole series of pages using this method. So we can check that one out, check this one out, perhaps we're interested in this one, and perhaps we might want to look at this one. Now obviously with the old internet at school, that's going to take a while to open all those pages, but you could do that, go away and have a cup of coffee, come back and you'll find they should be all loaded. So that's an efficient way of navigating through web pages. What often happens is that people will either click a link and have this page transform into the new page, which is what I showed first time, or they might right click and open in a new window. Now some internet browsers do this automatically. If we do that several times, the problem with that is that you have a whole host of internet windows open, which is much less efficient to work with compared to just clicking through and having a look at tabs. The main reason for people not using tabs that I can see is that they aren't aware of how tabs work. And for those who do use tabs, the main reason that they use them is because they are so much more efficient at working with internet pages. Now let's close these tabs using the crosses. Another way you can use tabs is to simply click on the next tab, and you might want to open the Oxford Falls Moodle in that tab, you might want to open the staff portal in that tab, you might want to open something else, the Oxford Falls support page, and just grab something from your favourites, or you might just want to open sydneymorningherald.com.au and you just type it straight in. So this is another way of using tabs, simply by opening a new tab and then using either favourites or typing straight into the address bar. So we've got a staff learning portal open here, we've got a Google page there. Now it's also important to know that you can rearrange these tabs, and that can be really handy because sometimes I might want the Oxford Falls Moodle right next to the staff learning portal if I'm going to be clicking between those two a lot, or I might want that one over here. Just a tiny thing. There is a shortcut for scrolling through tabs, not that this is really that important, but it's kind of handy sometimes. Control Tab allows you to flick through. So I've just got my thumb on the control button and I'm just clicking the tab. So it's tab, 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 and I'm just flicking through all those tabs. So that's control tab. If that's of use, you might want to use that one. Otherwise, you can just click your way through. Now, a really good and clever way to use any of these staff learning tutorials is to be clicking your way through a video. Let's say it's a video in Excel, and have an Excel spreadsheet open. And so you pause the video and then do that skill in Excel and then go back to the video and back to Excel. The same, of course, would apply if you were doing the Moodle for beginners. So let's say you're down here, skill 1, inserting a block of text, and you have a video open. Now notice that this video is actually a new Internet Explorer window. Alright, if I do that again, notice I've only got one Internet Explorer down on my task pane, but I've got 4 tabs. This is what really confuses people, and it's really important. Once you get this in your head, it's so easy, but it is so confusing if you don't understand this. So, if I click on the video, and I can resize that, notice now I've got 2 Internet Explorers. If I open that, that's this page, and the video is above it. And if I press on that button, the video starts playing. Okay, so this was what happens with a lot of people. Let's say they're following this skill through, and let's say at this point, oh, okay, I'm going to try that. Then they go back. First of all, they might get lost because they think, well, where's my course? Where's the Moodle gone? And by chance, sometimes they get back there. Now, your course might be in senior school and whatever. My course is also on the staff portal. So Richard's test course. So let's say, now I don't want to confuse you, but you might be in year 9 and you're in commerce or something, and that's where you're creating your course. But I don't have a course in there. My course is over here. So here's my test course. Let's say I'm the learner. I've just paused the video and now I want to practice this skill. And so I've turned editing on, and I'm adding a label, etc., etc. Okay. So I'm practicing the skill. Then I want to go back to the video, and what's happening is, where's the video gone? I was just watching a video. I can't. What happened to the video? Where's the video? Well, the video is on the second Moodle. The second Internet Explorer. There it is. I'll just continue, watch a little bit more, blah blah blah. I might get up to here, and then I want to pause that. And I go back to my first Internet Explorer, I go back into here, and I do some more, etc., etc. So I'm flicking between the video and the actual page where I was. If I want to go back to the course that I'm learning from, which is over here, that's where I go. If I want to go back to the course that I'm developing, I'd use the different tabs. So I need to know this tab is is the Moodle that I'm learning from. This tab is my course that I'm building, and this other window, Internet Explorer, is where the video is. And that may sound confusing, but if you just practice that a little bit, you actually really understand what's going on, because you need to know where things are and how to find them. So that's a really, really important skill. Okay, and then when you're finished with that video, you can close it down and go to a new video. So, etc., etc. And that's really important. What I would suggest you do is you practice that. Practice working with tabs and working with programs until you get confident, so you know what's happening. And also, when you do click on something and something new comes up, see if you can see, is it a new tab that's opened? And if it is, where is it? So you know where it is. Or is it a new Word document, or a new PDF, or a new Internet Explorer? Like, where has this new thing come up? Now, another thing that happens is opening PDFs. This is in the Moodle course, and if you don't need to do Moodle, then that's fine. But it's still in different courses, you're going to have a PDF that you need to open. So let's see what happens there. So I'm going to click on that and see what opens. It's a new window. look at that, it's another Internet Explorer. Okay, that's cool. So I can read that, but let's say I'm not finished reading and I want to leave it on the screen. I need to go back to my original course. Well, there it is. Or maybe I need to go to my course. There it is. Where was that PDF? The PDF is in a new Internet Explorer, and there it is, and I can find it easily. So hopefully that little demonstration should really help